Just unrolling. Go ahead, Joe. Tell them what you're doing.
Right now, we are getting one of these
Felt
sheets of,
board.
what?
This felt board.
Yeah, one of these sheets of felt board. And we're going to lay it down on that fencing over there. And then we're going to roll it up in a ball, which we're going to video later. I mean, like, not really in a ball. We're going to, like, roll it up in round. We're going to video it later. And that's our fish tanks.
Alright, Joe, go ahead and tell them what we're doing, buddy.
What we're doing right now, well, we want to lay down the last new board, and we're placing these pieces of metal, these aluminum pieces of metal, on the seams to make it where when we fill the tanks up with water, the seams won't stretch. The stuff will stretch once you put the water in, and to make it where it won't stretch, we put these aluminum sheets of metal, aluminum sheets here, and which is going to help it not to stretch.
And also, this idea was actually Sarah's idea, because we were having problems with when we tried to roll the fence up and get it in a round shape, the way you see it here. It just wasn't working out, so Sarah suggested that we screw the seams together. Worked perfectly.
Yeah.
So we'll just screw it, and then what we'll do, when the tanks are being filled with water, we're going to take these screws out here that are there. The screws are just there temporary to hold it in place. As we start to fill it up and the water starts pushing on the sides, we'll take all the screws out, and we'll leave the aluminum there and just take the screws out, and we'll have a nice 1200 gallon fish tank. Okay, we've got our boards on our fence, our mesh, and now we're going to stand it up. Let's start with Justin. Okay, grab the board, Jess, and the fence at the same time. Okay, go ahead and lift, Joe. Here we have pool number 5. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Well, here, guys, this is our experimental 1,200 gallon fish tank. Give you a good shot inside. We're filling it up with water. We're seeing what we could do. We're seeing what we could do to make cheaper fish tanks. To buy them, $1,000 a piece. We don't have $1,000, so we put this together for probably 40 bucks. Okay, we're not going to use this plastic. We're just using this right now to fill it and just to see if it'll hold water. So we'll see. I actually got this idea off a website in Mexico, where a lot of people are poor down there, and they were using. I just seen this similar application down there in Mexico, and so I thought of using the felt board and the horse fence and that kind of thing. Seems to be working fine. We got it filled maybe a little over halfway, and we'll see. This one here is our other sample fish tank that me and the boys built. Come over here, Sarah. We had a blowout, as you can see right there. We had it filled probably 3/4 of the way, and it blew out. This is just 1/4 inch Luan. And it's built in 2 pieces, so we could take it apart and move it anytime we have to. But we're going to reinforce that, and this should be fine as a fish tank. The only problem, this is about $150 to make. This is like $40 to make. So we've got 6 of these to make. Plus we got two 500 gallon clarifiers to make. Plus we got oh gosh, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 600 feet of grow bed to make, and if we go this route, it's going to be cost prohibitive. So, so we're going to opt for this. So we're experimenting with this. If this works, the system will be doable. Okay, here's our tanks. This is our red coat here. I've got 2 layers of screen, fiberglass screen in there. I got 1 layer here, 1 layer here. Got a layer on the bottom, and then once this is really all dry right now, so what we're going to do, and then we put a wooden floor in. We're about 6 inches off the floor here with the wooden floor. All of our plumbing is going to go underneath. We're going to have a stand. We're going to have a stand pipe in the middle. I'll show you that when it's completed. But what we're going to do is we're going to cover this with an blue aquaculture epoxy paint that is non-toxic. It'll seal everything in. So if there's any issues with this stuff, which I don't think there is, then the epoxy aquaculture paint will take care of any issues of leaching or that kind of thing. So anyways, we got them all done. We filled them up with water. They hold water fine. So we built them for probably $250 a tank. A tank this size, fiberglass tank, goes for about $2,000. So we saved a considerable amount of money doing it this way. And the way we did it, we expanded these tanks so that the weight of the water, we want the water on the fence. We want the weight to be evenly distributed on the fence, on the board, on the liner, on the screen, and on the paint. So we don't, if any of those ingredients are bearing more weight than it should, it's going to break. So they all have to bear the weight evenly. And as long as they do that, these tanks will be here for years to come. So that's what we did. So how we expanded it and put the pressure on this wire is, we filled it with a liner, we filled it up with water, and we stretched it. And then once it was stretched with the water in it, we screwed the seams at a stretched circumference. And then we drained the water, and then we were able to add all of our liner and everything at that point. And so you'll see all this is nice and tight. So when we fill the water up, there's not going to be any issues with expansion. Okay, it's all going to be already expanded. So you know, it'll be fine. So when we get up and running, and we get our plumbing all in, and we'll do another video.
Here are our tanks. They're full and not one leaks. Here's Joey. Say hi to everybody in Connecticut.